Giorgia, welcome to this chat and thank you so much for joining me. I've been
My
looking
pleasure.
forward to this since a very long time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't think we've ever had an interview before, right?
No. You have hardly been giving interviews and I'm once again thanking you for the same. I don't think you have been talking to the press or, the print or television or websites.
Not
Much.
really much. A few interviews I've had, but yeah, very few, as you just mentioned.
So tell me, Georgia, how is the lockdown going, the first and foremost, and how frustrated you are sitting at home at one place? And are you really like, they say rediscover this, rediscover that, do this, do that, be positive. But is it really so easy?
See, you can't really talk about frustration, right? Because people are dying today. Nowadays, many people are dying. So it's something that we are required to do, to stay at home and to stay safe. It's a very important thing to do. Of course, it's not like the normal life, right? You can't go to the gym, you can't really go out, see your friends. You are in solitude for so long. So yeah, definitely it's not like the everyday life, but I am handling it quite well. I'm keeping myself entertained. I'm cooking. I'm learning how to cook Indian food. I am baking. I couldn't bake before. Yeah, definitely meditation is also there, as you were mentioning, rediscovering yourself. These are all things that in the daily life, when you work, these are all things that you can't really. So yeah, moderation, not that I haven't become a yogi, but yeah, definitely I've been also meditating.
You started liking Indian food, the one which you started making. Like, how do you make it? Do you refer to the recipe book? Do you go to the YouTube? How do you do it? Who's helping you out?
I've always liked Indian food. Actually, YouTube has become my biggest teacher nowadays. I've been learning how to do so many things on YouTube, and yeah, cooking as well. Indian food, I've learned it from YouTube. I've recently made a Goan curry.
Aja. And you liked it yourself? Because people are very critical of their own cooking, they say no.
Yeah.
So
see, the baking can still get better, but the cooking, I must say, it's good. It was good.
Yeah, so good that YouTube has come to the. I think it must have come to the rescue of many people. I mean, today.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know cooking and they suddenly find themselves, literally thrown off guard. We have been all thrown off guard, actually.
No, I knew how to cook before, but more of international food and Italian food. So all that food I was really good at. But you always want to go for what you don't know. So it's also self-entertaining, learning a new thing.
So tell me more. I read you wanted to go to Italy once, of course, everything is fine, and for a few days your family is there, right? Your
my
friends. So are you in touch?
Yeah.
Obviously, you must be in touch with them, but because the situation there is very scary. And how are you? I mean, are you constantly calling them up? How is it going? I mean,
situation was really scary till a couple of weeks ago, but now it's much better. In my town, there's 0 cases registered.
Good.
There's 0 cases. So, I mean, you can never know 100% whether there's no cases at all, because it could be also asymptomatic. So you cannot be sure. But as of register, there's no cases in my town. Yeah, definitely in the beginning, I was feeling not good. It was, I wasn't feeling serene at all, because of course my parents are there, and all that was happening in Italy, and I wasn't feeling serene, and I couldn't even go there to be with them. It was not a good month that I've had. But then things started getting better. Plus my parents, they are really good with, they're very safe. They're really responsible.
Responsible.
So yeah, that really made me feel good, because my mom was telling me what all she does in order to prevent the contamination, and she does a really good job. So yeah.
And how do you find we taking precautions here in India? When, I mean, what do you see around you, around your house? बाहर आप देखते हो तो आपको लगता है कि we are following the rules in your, I mean, you will have to go obviously by your area only because you're also not moving. But or the images in television sometimes are very scary when you see people coming out and you know, and not obeying rules, and there have been some people cases coming out not obeying rules also. So what do you what do you feeling do you get when you see all that happening? And importantly, how is your area doing?
See, my area is a red area. It's Bandra, so it is a red zone. The government has done an amazing job in preventing the spread of the COVID-19 to become bigger and bigger. Yeah, I mean, on TV, whenever we see these crowded situations happening, I mean to say, I'm sure that they're all aware of what is happening in the world, and people who do not take precautions, I mean, what can I say about them? What can I say? They're not responsible. People who do that are not responsible for themselves and for others.
Correct. But really gives us a lot of fright, you know, when there are some people, I mean, you know, you tell them and they don't listen to you, and they just walk past you and start fighting with you, and it's still very much happening. आपके साथ भी होता होगा with you times in the building or anywhere. You must be wondering what's happening. Why don't they understand?
No. In my building, actually, it's
much better.
It's like they're all safe. They don't allow anybody to come in. They're really good.
So Georgia, further and further rather, what's happening? A lot of rumors that you are going to get married soon to Arbaaz. Is that you addressed that question, but in a very diplomatic way? That what is the can I ask that Giorgia believes in the institution of marriage? Like, how does she? What are your thoughts? Because honestly, in the last 10 years, especially 8 years around the world around, and it's not only in the celebrity world, the institution of marriage has been crumbling. And if you ask today a 30-year-old, do you want to get married? No, yeah, I don't want to get married now. I'll see later. And there is a little bit of a mental block, and the breakups are happening more frequently, even though you may have been married for 20 years, 25 years. And I'm not talking strictly about Bollywood or television or the glamour world. So how do you see that? And there have been a lot of rumors that, okay, we really want to know that, are you also planning marriage? And how do you see the institution?
See, for me, the institution, I do believe strongly in this institution of marriage. Like my grandmother has always told me, if a vase gets broken, many people throw it. But if you fix it, that's how your marriage can work. I do strongly believe in this institution. And yeah, definitely one day I will want to get married too. Yeah, it's not planned as yet, but if there's any updates, you'll definitely come to know. Of course, I'll be really happy to share if I am getting married.
Yeah, I mean, when you finalize everything, obviously you can't keep on hiding forever and ever. So obviously,
Nice. I don't hide. I don't think we've ever hidden, right? And I don't have anything to hide. My relationship is very much out there. Everybody knows already about my relationship with Arbaaz. And as I said, whenever I plan it, I'll definitely let you know.
announce it to the world. Yes, we are getting married.
Of course.
Okay, so further, how is your interest in Bollywood? Like, I want to know before you, and it's obviously not. I mean, or has it happened after you have been with Arbaaz, or have you seen Bollywood movies in your childhood when you grew up, and now do you see them more? And TV shows also. I'm sure you're seeing a lot of television, but maybe unfortunately nowadays you are seeing more of news and less of entertaining.
Less of TV.
Yeah, less of fiction and less of reality shows. So all this, TV actors and Bollywood actors and movies and the content. And some of the movies, many movies of our country have been very famous and they've reached out to almost all the parts of the world. Where did you join with our Bollywood and television? From Italy, at which age, and how has the journey been?
So I discovered Bollywood in London. I studied and worked there for 3 years in London. And I have studied filmmaking. So I studied cinematography, direction, production. So I've studied all these aspects of the behind the cameras, in the cinema industry. So when I was there in London, I worked on a couple of projects.
Okay.
As an AD and as a inline production, and some 2 projects came along, Bollywood projects, and I don't know, it was just the energy on set that I really liked, because I had worked on English projects and everything would go very to the schedule, according to the schedule. Whilst in Bollywood, things would, be so creative, change on the spot. And I really appreciated this way of working.
Are you saying related to the script that you can change it spontaneously, or are you saying the timings were flexible? What are you hinting at?
No, what I'm referred to is that some plans, some shots, if maybe the schedule was saying, yeah, today we're making this and this shot, then things can be changed. Things were changed as well on the spot, and I liked it because it's a very creative thing. It's go with more of a go with the flow kind of a thing. So I really enjoyed it. And so then I started watching some old Bollywood films, and I really liked them. I really resonated with. I felt like I was resonating with.
Can you name one or two which you?
So I just decided to come. I watched, my first film was Yadon Ki Barat.
Okay.
Second film I've watched is Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Then I watched Sholay. I've watched Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham. In old films, I've watched a lot of old films. New films also I do watch. However, my passion for being in front of the cameras started later, because I started when I was here in Mumbai. When I came here in Mumbai, I did not actually plan to stay here. I had just come to see this country because I was very fascinated on sets, pujas, this is happening, that is happening, chai, and I just wanted to come and visit. But I liked it, and I started working here as a model. And then after some time, after working as a model, I started enjoying being in front of the cameras, and I started studying the craft of acting. So I've done a lot of courses.
Yahin par, India, and you started studying again.
Huh? Yahin par?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you got more passionate about movies.
Yeah.
And how about your Hindi, Giorgia? How fluent it is? Or, I mean, you've been seeing Hindi movies, so I'm sure you're understanding them. But how fluent is your while you talk?
It's not bad. You judge.
Okay. I'll judge you somewhere down the line.
कुछ हिंदी में बोल सकती हूँ और आप बताइए. I can say anything, like you ask me a question.
Very good. So if you overhear a conversation, you know what they are talking, or two people are talking. Yeah.
जरूर हाँ जी. मैं सब कुछ समझती हूँ. मतलब सब कुछ is a lot. Let's say 90%.
वो साफ जाहिर है अभी कि आप समझ रही हैं. आप जवाब बहुत सही दे रही हैं. तो आगे चलकर आपको अभी जो मूवीज आ रही हैं, जो recent आप बॉलीवुड मूवीज देखते हैं, the ones which you see now, do you see a marked shift from the ones which you saw while, you know, when you saw यादों की बारात, शोले, कुछ होता है, even from कुछ होता है, we have quite changed now, you know. Do you see that shift, and do you think that is, I mean, how do you read it? Is it good or is it bad? Or do you still enjoy those earlier movies, you know, where the hero was the king? Of course, hero is the king now also. I'm not saying that. But there's a lot of character and story-driven and maybe issue-based films which you see today. You know, more of issue-based. There's a movie on baldness. There's a movie on various things. I mean, you know, gender bias. So, late pregnancy.
Of course, cinema goes with the flow of culture, of what's happening in the world, of what's happening in a certain country. So, of course, what used to happen here 50 years ago is not the same as it's happening today. So, of course, that would reflect in cinema. If you were to ask me what I prefer, then I would answer old Bollywood, because even the lyrics of the songs, the scripts, were much more cleaner. So it's a language that I really like. It's really it's beautiful. It was a beautiful language. I mean, today, of course, there's a lot of good stuff, good films. But yeah, if you were to ask me what do you prefer, I really like the old Bollywood. However, we have to all adjust to what's happening now and today's Bollywood. And yeah, different it is. Of course, it is very different. But that changes, that cannot stay the same forever, because cinema is a reflection of what's happening at that exact moment in that country. So things will never be the same. Things always evolve. So yeah.
So I mean, I'm going to ask you this question. I just can't avoid it. So Salman Khan movies you must be loving because they're still the same, you know. Still he is the hero. You know what we had in those Bollywood days. He has not much changed, you know. And there are a few other actors also who go with their image and with their strengths, as Salman has. So you really enjoy his movies very much?
Yeah, of course I enjoy Salman's movies.
Yeah.
Salman is one of the few stars in Bollywood that has really survived well throughout the history of Bollywood, right? I really enjoy his movies, yeah.
And he's ridden on his strength. He's continued to He's continuing to ride on his strength. I mean, despite changes happening here and there, so that's quite commendable.
Sorry, excuse me.
I said he continues to ride on his strengths, and that is quite commendable.
Yeah, of course.
Despite so many changes happening here and there, as we said, culture changes, habits change around the society, and therefore the content of the movie changes. But so, which is your favorite movie of Salman? Yeah, sorry, you were saying something. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean to say, I hope this interview is more about us.
you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to.
I'm sure. So which is your favorite movie, if you were to say one of Salman, and second of Bollywood, which is your most favorite movie, which you can see n number of times?
A Salman's movie or any movie,
Both.
Bollywood movie?
Your favorite movie of Salman, number one, like the favorite.
See, Salman's movie, my favorite film of his is Maine Pyar Kiya.
Ji.
And a Bollywood movie in general that I have really liked is Three Idiots. And yeah, Jab We Met. I really like that. And more recent films that I really liked was this Kabir Singh. Sanju also was a good one.
Yeah. So you want to act at any point, like in this? Have you ever harbored this thought? I mean, shall I say ambition or desire that okay, I also want to act in a Bollywood movie?
I have signed a film. There's a film that whose like the shooting has been interrupted because of the coronavirus, but I have signed the film.
I know about that film, but I said I know. But do you really want to? I mean, continue this? Is this now going to be your, कि मुझे acting ही करनी है?
Yeah, of course. I've put so much of effort in it, and
you learned the craft behind.
I love the craft a lot. So this is what I'm doing at this point in time, and my full energy is on it.
So tell us a little about that film, and when do they expect to restart, and कुछ बात मतलब हुई हो? Tell us a little about it.
See, I don't know when we are starting the shoots. It all depends upon what government says.
Yeah.
When it's when it would be safe to shoot, then we'll start shooting. Unfortunately, we have no clue as of now.
So how much, just to conclude, how much precautions are you going to take, hereafter, Giorgia, while going out, or say as a Bollywood buff, you're going to go in a theater, though they say that we'll be having social distancing, you must have read, after every alternate seat. And are you going to go out in malls once the lockdown is lifted? And how is Giorgia going to, come out? When everything is, I mean, we have to live with Corona for some time, I believe, till we get that vaccine, that magical vaccine.
Right. Well, it all depends upon what government says. Whenever government says you're allowed to go to malls, then I'll definitely go to malls. And government says you're allowed to go out and go for a restaurant, like to a restaurant, and I'll do that. But as long as this is not said, then it's all about being home and stay safe.
I'm talking to a very, very law-abiding citizen, and I'm happy about it.
Of course. No, see, it's not even about that. It's about people die from it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's very important.
And even because younger people can be asymptomatic, but maybe you're talking to your grandmother, you're talking to your aunt, and they have some diabetes or whatever, and you are that's not good, because it can be asymptomatic for you, but then
Yeah,
For them, it's not, right?
that person is more vulnerable and susceptible. Immunity is lesser.
Yes.
So thank you, Giorgia. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
It's been lovely talking to you. And please, all of you, stay safe. And
thank you, and you.
all your
And you.
near and
Have a
dear
lovely
ones in Bombay and Italy, please stay safe. And we shall meet after the lockdown is over, I hope soon. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, hopefully. Thank you.